Good day to everyone. So I will be discussing about the criminology in the Philippines. This is the continuation of our topic, School of Thought in Criminology. So the studies of two Filipino criminologists, Ignacio Villamor and Sixto de los Angeles, in the early 1900s referred extensively to Cesar Lombroso's criminal anthropology, who theorized that criminality takes root in the atavistic inferiority of human biology. These two men can be considered pillars of the academe in law and medicine, respectively, in the founding years of the University of the Philippines. So, Attorney Ignacio Villamor proposed the understanding of crime through crime statistics. Villamor studied crime statistics and directed their collection and preservation during his term as Attorney General and as a director of the Bureau of Census in the early 1900s. Using the crime records from 1903 to 1918, he published La Criminalidad en las Islas Filipinas in 1909 and Crime and Moral Education in 1924. And he also treated crime as an outcome of a confluence of social factors such as cultural and religious superstition and lack of education, and also physical factors, referring extensively to Lombroso's theory of atavism as proxy discussion. So another person is Sixto de las Angeles, a physician, okay, who took to examining the biological links to criminal behavior, and de los Angeles, also known as the father of Philippine forensic medicine. Okay. And de los Angeles positioned as a medical legal expert who autopsied bodies of crime victims, and later on of convict remains, earned him the status as leading forensic professor. The fortuity of his interest in biomedical research projects in the early 1900s placed him in the direct path of the most provocative theory in the period, the Lombroso's criminal anthropology. And also, Sixto de los Angeles clinically examined 100 male and 8 female inmates in Bilibid prison and took their anthropometric measurements, or the dimension of ears, pelvic bones, thorax, fingers, and others. Then he also measured convict skulls and autopsied 44 deceased convicts for cranial anomalies to investigate regressive features. So aside from that, there are institutions for criminology in the Philippines. So these are the first educational institution. Okay, the Escuela de Derecho de Manila in 1898, and it was established by Felipe G. Calderon of Tansa, and first dean of the Escuela de Derecho de Manila. And after his death, it was renamed to Manila Law College, whose educational principles in criminology was introduced in the Philippines on 1953 by establishing sister institution, the Philippine College of Criminology, or the PCCR, at Santa Cruz, Manila. And it is founded by former Supreme Court Justice Felix Angelo Bautista together with former Manila Police Major Eliseo Vivar and Dr. Pedro Solis of the National Bureau of Investigation. But however, it opens only when the Securities and Exchange Commission, or the SEC, granted its approval in 1954. Now, the Philippines College of Criminology, or PCCR, formerly known as the Plaridel College, is the first ever educational institution offering the criminology course. It was considered as the pioneering college of criminology, or educational institution for scientific crime detection and police science education, not only in the Philippines, but in the whole of Southeast Asia. Here are the list of colleges and universities offering criminology course during the early part of 1960s. We have the University of Manila in Metro Manila, Abad Santos College in Metro Manila, the University of Visayas first offered criminology course in Cebu, University of Mindanao in Davao City, University of Baguio in Baguio City, and in all regions of the country, and the University of Negros Recoletos first offered criminology education in Western Visayas. Aside from that, there are organization of criminologists in the Philippines. First is the Philippine Educators Association for Criminology Education, or the what we call PIS, and the Professional Criminologists Association of the Philippines, or PCAP, the Association of Authors in Criminology and Criminal Justice Incorporated, or FASI, and the Association of Licensed Criminologists, Criminology Deans and Administrators Incorporated, or the ALCCDA. And next topic is the Board of Criminology. The Board of Criminology, properly called the Board of Examiners for Criminologists, it is a body vested with the authority to administer, to issue, suspend or revoke a certificate of registration for the practice of criminology and to administer oaths. The first Board of Criminology constituted in 1987, naming Dr. Sixto O. De Leon as chairman and Attorney Virgilio B. Andres and Jaime S. Navarro as members. So for our new law under RA 11131, the Board of Criminology is now properly referred to as the Professional Regulatory Board of Criminology. And the members of the Board of Criminology has a term of office for 3 years. And the composition of the board, okay, 1 chairperson and 4 members. So the current members of the board is Honorable Ramil Gabao as chairman, Honorable George Fernandez and Honorable Santa Teresa as members. But yung isa dyan ay wala na. And the president will be the appointing authority from a list of 3 recommendees for each position, chosen and ranked by the commission from a list of 3 for every position endorsed by the APO. Okay. So what are the qualifications of a board members? Okay. So a board member must be a natural born citizen, must be of good moral character, good reputation, and of sound mind and body, not convicted by any court of competent jurisdiction of any offense involving moral turpitude. He must be a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Criminology and a holder of a postgraduate degree in criminology, or a lawyer in any reputable school recognized by the CHED or the Commission on Higher Education. Must be a registered criminologist with a valid certificate of registration and a valid professional identification card. And having at least 10 years of practice in the profession prior to the appointment, including no less than 2 years teaching experience of criminology or a law subject in full-time or part-time capacity in the College of Criminology or a college of law recognized by the government through the CHED. And must be a member of in good standing of the APO but not an officer of trustee thereof, and must not be a member of the faculty of any school, college, or university where a regular class or review course in criminology is offered, nor a member of the staff of reviewers in a review school or center, and must not have any direct or indirect pecuniary interest in any such institution. Okay, so what are the grounds for the removal of members of the Board of Criminology? First is gross neglect, incompetence, and or dishonesty in the discharge of one's duty, and also commission of prohibited acts under RA 11131 and offenses in the Revised Penal Code, Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Act, and other laws, and also manipulation or rigging of the result of the licensure examination for criminologists, disclosure of secret and confidential information on the examination questions prior to the conduct thereof, and or tampering of grades. And last one is the conviction with final judgment of any crime involving moral turpitude. So that is the criminology in the Philippines. Thank you and God bless.